The early church was on fire. Miracles were happening left and right. There was this incredible unity. And a spirit of radical generosity was sweeping through the community. People were literally selling their houses and land, bringing all the money, and laying it at the apostles' feet. Why? So that no one in their community would have to go without. It was a powerful, beautiful thing to witness. And then a couple decided they wanted the credit without the cost. Their names were Ananias and Sapphira. Just like others, they sold a piece of property, but they made a secret agreement. Instead of giving all the money to the church as they claimed, they quietly kept a portion for themselves. Now, let's be clear, keeping some of the money wasn't the actual problem. The problem was the lie. They wanted the reputation for being incredibly sacrificial, but they weren't willing to pay the price of that sacrifice. They wanted the applause without the authenticity. So, Ananias came first. He walked up, presented the offering, and laid it down with a look of piety. But the apostle Peter looked straight at him and asked a piercing question. Ananias, why has Satan filled your heart to lie to the Holy Spirit? See, this wasn't just about tricking the church leaders. This was deception aimed directly at God himself. Peter drove the point home. You have not lied to human beings, but to God. And in that very instant, Ananias collapsed, dead, just like that. As you can imagine, a wave of shock and fear swept through everyone who heard about it. A few hours passed, and Sapphira arrived, completely unaware of what had just happened to her husband. Peter gave her a chance, asking her directly, "Tell me, is this the total price you and your husband received for the land?" She looked him in the eye and doubled down on the lie. "Yes," she said, "that is the price." Peter's response was chilling. How could you conspire to test the Spirit of the Lord? And at that moment, she too fell to the ground, dead. 2 lives ended, not for theft, not for murder, but for pretending, for trying to project a spiritual image that was completely hollow on the inside. The story ends by saying that great fear seized the whole church. God was sending a message protecting something sacred, the purity and authenticity of his community. This story isn't really about money. It's about the integrity of our hearts. Ananias and Sapphira craved the image of holiness without possessing the heart of holiness. The lesson is crystal clear. God is not impressed by our performance. He sees past the exterior and looks straight into our motives. He sees the heart, and he absolutely cannot be fooled.